Welcome to Tech Topics brought to you by Cybervenger. We help keep small businesses stay protected and compliant with cutting-edge cybersecurity and IT solutions.
Hello and welcome back. My name is Andy. I'm the managing consultant for Cybervenger. Today we're going to do another deep dive into our controls of the NIST 800-171. Today's control is the first in the new requirement, the awareness and training. And it's the very first one, 3.2.1. And talks about the kind of awareness training that you need to have and just introduces the idea that you have to have awareness training, not just for your end users, not just for your administrators, but for everybody. So it talks about, of course, the NIST requirements that you need to know. So you need to know what you're supposed to do, what your job duties are regarding protecting CUI and other confidential information, but also about the ways that various threat actors will exploit people, will trick people into doing the wrong thing. So you should have a way of disseminating this information to your users that is tracked so that you can prove that, hey, look, we really are doing training. And this is how our users are doing, and this is what we're doing with people that did poorly, that need extra training, things like that. There's a lot of latitude here with how you can design your own program for your own organization, which is good. You don't want to have to jump through too many hoops to comply with this, but you definitely want to make a good showing here and make a real good, honest effort into producing a good program. First, because it helps with compliance. You get an auditor and to help you with CMMC certification, you want to show a fairly reasonable effort at training, a decent program. But plus, it is also one of the best ways to actually secure your environment, right? This is not just a security theater compliance thing. This is really a security thing. I see numerous statistics from different sources, and they all agree on the same thing. The largest number of breaches, the most cyber hacks occur because of a weakness in the end user. Somebody clicking a link they shouldn't. Someone typing a password in a place that is not where they think it is, and they're giving away their credentials. Or someone trying to install an application they shouldn't install. Things like that. And while you can do a lot of technology to limit the kind of damage they can do, and of course it's spelled out in the compliance standards as well, and you should do those things, they're not enough by themselves. It really helps to educate the users. And there's a second benefit there too. If you educate your users a little bit as to what the bad guys do, how they think, you can help get your users in the right mindset. A lot of security has very little to do with the technology. It has everything to do with having the mindset of thinking about security, thinking about, okay, what do the bad guys want? How do they get in? Question things. Don't assume things are safe. Assume that they're not safe until proven otherwise. It's a little bit like stranger danger, but for adults and on the internet. And it's not just end users. IT folks, too. I cannot tell you the number of otherwise well-qualified IT people that I've worked with, consultants, engineers, folks that have been in industry for decades, making, in my opinion, as a security person, are egregious security violations. For those who don't know, there's a protocol, something called remote desktop protocol. Very useful for remote controlling machines, but it's also a well-known security vulnerability. Just straight RDP out in the internet it's going to get broken by somebody very quickly. And that's been true for, 12 years now. It's easy to break in unless you have some kind of security layer on top of it to protect it, typically a VPN or such. But there's a lot of engineers out there, less and less fortunate, but there's still quite a few engineers out there that aren't bad engineers overall that are doing exactly that mistake because they're not trained in the security. So you need to make sure that your general IT folks are being trained in security as well as their end users, and you want to make sure that that training is appropriate for their job and for their technical level, of course. The tracking of this training can be difficult, manually doing that. You're going to have to do some kind of manual stuff with that when it comes to your own compliance policy. Things like who's allowed to have access to things, to file shares or programs, what to do in the event of a breach, who do you contact. People should be trained on those kind of things, and you're going to have to kind of maintain your own program because it's internal. But a lot of the general technical knowledge, how do you spot a fraudulent link, what kind of attachments can contain viruses, things like that, can be handled by third-party companies. And there's a lot of them out there that'll do this sort of thing. KnowBe4 is an example of this. This is a company that we use a lot, and they're great for training, and they'll give all kinds of security preparedness training, all kinds of get to know the hacker, what kind of person are they, what are they thinking, how do they work, answer questions like, why do they want my computer? I know too many people who haven't just at the computer, maybe like individual road warriors that don't think their computer matters because they're a single person company. What they could possibly want with my data? Well, yeah, they don't want your data. They want to take it from you. You want your data. Everybody's a target. And that's a lesson they start to teach end users, which is something most users don't think about. They don't think of themselves as targets. Anybody with an internet connection and a working computer is a target. I take that for granted as a security professional. Other people watching the video might, but the general end user kind of doesn't. They don't get it. And a lot of IT folks don't get it, which is amazing. So that's what this particular requirement, this control talks about. And it just kind of gives you a quick overview saying that you need to have this. You need to have a training program. And so you got to start thinking about that. I recommend people leveraging some third-party training as kind of the backbone to get started. But you need to do your own. You need to augment that with your own company policies. People need to know what's in their acceptable use policy. People need to know what the policies are regarding portable computers. Can they take it out without permission? Do they have to log it? Whatever you do, whatever all those decisions have you made for your own cybersecurity plan, you need to make sure that all your general end users are aware of their duties regarding that policy. So that's it for this control, and we'll talk to you guys in the next one. I'm Andy with CyberAvenger. Have an awesome day.
Thanks for watching. We hope this video has provided valuable information to you. Be sure to share this video with other small business owners to spread the word about the importance of cybersecurity. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. If you want more information about cybersecurity, visit us at www.cybervenger.com.